Hello everyone and welcome back to This Is Real Life. I'm your host Sheri, and on today's Real Life Friday video, the plan was I was going to finish my kitchen tiling job. If you watched Wednesday's DIY video, I started tiling my kitchen. I am replacing what was my original backsplash when I moved into this house. I ripped it all out and I started retiling everything in new, beautiful white subway tiles that lend better to, I don't know, the originalness of this house that was built in 1958. However, I had a little bit of a breakdown and I just thought that rather than finish something I am not fucking into at all, I thought that today's video would be a little better suited if we did a story time, I guess, because I think, I don't know, you know me, like on this channel, we don't really get into my personal life. It's not about that. It's about testing skincare. It's about learning how to do DIYs, other things. It's not about my personal life. It's just fucking not. But I've had a few breakdowns over the course of my life. By breakdown, I don't mean like, oh my God, I need to seek psychiatric help. And I don't want to use the word overwhelmed because I don't want to say that I'm a person that easily gets overwhelmed. But I thought it might be nice to just discuss what is happening in my head. You know, maybe something very similar has happened to you or you're going through something. It's like no one else understands me at all. I thought maybe today would be nice to just tell you guys about what went down with me the other day. Actually, yesterday, not the other day. It was fucking yesterday. Let's not pretend. Hopefully me talking through it will get me out of whatever it is that I'm in. And also me sharing my story will help you realize you're not the only one. Other people feel shitty and beat down. And gosh, looking back on, or it literally just happened yesterday, looking back. It's gonna sound stupid. My breakdown is gonna sound fucking stupid. But sometimes what we think other people might feel is stupid, it's not stupid to us. So I just kind of want to share with you in hopes that you can maybe get a little bit out of it, and talking it through together, we can realize it's not that fucking serious and it's okay to just throw your hands up in the air and go, fuck it, fuck this shit, fuck everything, fuck everybody, you guys can all fucking suck it, I'm done. Like, it's okay to feel like that. It really is. And sometimes I think we almost need to feel like that, especially for me. I am the type of person that's like, I can do anything, I can get it done, I'm amazing, I'm fucking brilliant, anything I touch turns to fucking gold. I know I'm cussing a lot in this video. Sorry. It happens. Everything I touch turns to gold. I can do no wrong. You know, like girl power, whatever. I am that person. I come off to the outside world as completely confident in everything that I do. But you know, that's not always the case. Sometimes we have bad days. Yesterday was mine. We're barely into 2022 and I already had a breakdown, and it was over something as stupid as fucking tile. So there's the list. You know the list. If you're feeling overwhelmed, make a fucking list. Yeah, I said those words. I do believe those words. However, sometimes the items on this list make me feel a little bit more overwhelmed than actually making the fucking list. I've been working on it. I've been trying my best. There are quite a few check marks on here. Actually, there's another check mark. I finally finished the guest bathroom. The caulking around the bathtub was moldy as shit. Scraped it all out with a razor blade, and then I recaulked all around the bathtub. It looks beautiful. It looks super clean. I'm super pleased. So anyways, I got that. I feel like I'm getting my way through this 4 or 5 page list. Not like super quickly, but pretty quickly. And on the list is go buy new tile, rip out the old backsplash, and put in a new backsplash. So that's what I started. So a little bit of backstory. During the month of December, I took a lot of my vacation because at my work, if you don't use it, you lose it. While I don't go on vacations throughout the year that often, or anytime I do go on a vacation, it's usually the weekend. So I don't take any vacation hours. What has become kind of a tradition for me, I don't want to say I stockpile, but I pretty much stockpile all my vacation hours so that during the month of December, I can have a very lax work schedule. I call it my December vacation. So throughout the month of December, I was only working 2 full days a week. And then that week before Christmas and then into New Year's, our office is completely closed. So technically, today is my very last vacation day of the year. I have to go back to work full time, every day, all day, starting tomorrow. So during the month of December, I try to get not only like all my Christmas shopping done, all the presents wrapped, decorate the outside of my house, decorate the inside of my house. Plus, I like to do some shit from the list. Yesterday, I had started tiling everything. I was in a good spot. I mean, there were some issues. I had some decisions to make. I made those decisions. Then yesterday, the plan was I was going to wake up and finish tiling. Today's video was going to be finishing of the tiling and the big reveal and how amazing it looks and how with very little effort, very little money, you could make a huge difference in your kitchen. To be quite honest, tiling is pretty easy. It's not really that difficult until you get into the cutting of the tiles when you need to go like around a windowsill. You only have this much room and your tiles are this big. Anyways, I woke up yesterday. There was already a plan set in stone for the pole studio. The pole studio also closes the last week of December. Then we reopen. We're actually reopening today. During the time that we're closed, Teacher Jen, the owner of the pole studio, puts money back into the pole studio. We redid the flooring a couple years back. We redid mirrors, that sort of thing. So there were 2 poles, the oldest of the poles, that needed to be replaced. So yesterday at 10 in the morning, all the teachers were meeting at the pole studio to remove the old poles and to put up the new poles. My plan was I was gonna wake up in the morning and I was gonna finish tiling. I was gonna get this done because once I go back to work and the pole studios reopen, I don't have a lot of time during the weekdays. I was kind of like, I have to go to the pole studio and I really want to finish tiling because my kitchen is a fucking shambles and I want to get that done before I go back to work. But anyways, you got to do what you got to do. So we don't get started exactly at 10 o'clock when we were supposed to for a myriad of reasons. Everything during that pole taking down and pole putting up process went fucking wrong. Every step was wrong. Like taking 7 times to try to put the new mounts up, opening the brand new poles to only discover after putting them together and trying to put them up that the company didn't send us the right height of poles, trying to like take apart old poles to put pieces with the new poles to see if those would fit, and that didn't work. Lo and behold, 11, 12, 1, 2. Lo and behold, fucking 5 hours later, we don't have any new poles up. And now the pole studio is short 2 poles. So I spent 5 hours at the pole studio to achieve nothing. 5 hours of time that I could have been in my kitchen finishing my tile. So anyways, get home, need to eat something, ate. By the time I was gonna get started in the kitchen, it was already like fucking 4 o'clock. Yeah, I know, right? So I'm already pissed off. Like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm gonna start doing the tile. I gotta finish the fucking tile. So I'm trying to figure out like how to cut the tile and it's not going well. It's not going well at all. And so I start to feel myself having a breakdown. Usually I can like take a step back for a second and be like, it's okay, you'll figure it out. It'll be fine. But that's not the way it went. It was like, I don't wanna fucking do this anymore. This is dumb. I'm looking around my kitchen. It's a shambles. It's a goddamn wreck. And I'm like, I made the hugest mistake. This is never gonna get done. I'm worse off than when I started. I should have just left the old fucking tile in here. I don't have the money to call a professional to come in here and finish the job. Is my kitchen gonna just stay like this with half done tiles? And what can I do? So I'm sitting on the couch. I'm like, I don't wanna do it. I don't wanna do it. No, practically in tears, sitting on the couch. And I know it sounds super dumb, but it was just like the day had started horribly. I had wasted 5 hours. And in my mind, I'm like, you have to go back to work in 2 days. There's no way you're getting this done. This is your life now. Your life is a kitchen that is half done, half not done. I was broken. I was completely broken. I was a complete mess. It was bad. It was really bad. And I know saying it out loud right now, it probably sounds really dumb to you. It's like, okay, Sheri, like you had a breakdown over tiles. Your morning didn't start off as planned. I got into that really bad, like, woe is me. Nothing is going right. My life is shit. Why can't anything work? Why is everything always just so, like I was in that mood, when it's like, I don't have any good luck. Nothing ever goes right for me. When am I gonna catch a fucking break? That was my mind. That was my mind. And I probably sat for a good long time. When I looked at the clock, it was like 5:30. And I had done nothing, absolutely nothing, except for feel sorry for myself. So then I was like, okay, well, you know how to cut straight tile, like straight lines. You might as well just start cutting your long tiles into shorter tiles and like trying to do what you can. Save the hard, like curved tiles for around the windowsill. Just save those until you're in a better mind state to deal with them. So I did a little bit snap myself out of my funk at, like 5:30 yesterday after feeling sorry for myself for about 3 hours. And I did get some tiling done. I went to bed last night thinking, okay, you just gotta pull yourself up by the bootstrings, snap out of it, you can do it. But then I woke up this morning like, I'm sitting in my kitchen now, I'm looking at it going like, I don't want to do it. I know it needs to be done and I don't want to do it. This is my last day off. I want to sit around and I want to do nothing. You know what I want to do? I got my Starbucks. I haven't even brushed my teeth this morning. I haven't even washed my face, brushed my teeth, nothing. I woke up, I put my dirty ass sweats on, went and got my mocha, came back. Oh, I played a little bit on my phone and I watched some YouTube videos. So I feel like while I was trying to talk myself out of being in the funk, I'm still kind of in the funk. I guess, I don't know, like, do you ever feel like, even though this isn't the case, but do you ever feel like you're so alone? Like you're doing everything by yourself? I know that's not the case. Don't get me wrong. Editor John came over and he's helped with the tile. That was a huge help. But like today, no one's here. No one else has the work schedule I have. So I'm sitting here like I'm alone. I don't want to do this by myself. I don't want to do this at all. I just like am seeing like all the problems, the issues that I'm going to have to deal with that I don't want to deal with. I don't want to fucking deal with them. I just want to pretend this kitchen doesn't even exist. I know, but this is what's happening. This is what's happening in here. I'm looking around and there's moments where I'm like, no, this is gonna look really good. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna handle it. You're gonna get it done. You get everything done. You're gonna figure it out and it's gonna be fine. But then there's the other part of me that's like, you should have never done this. This looks like shit. That tile's crooked. That grout line's gonna be a little bit too thin. That corner looks like balls. That's as RuPaul would say, my inner saboteur. I am fighting tooth and nail with my inner saboteur right now. Every little bit, I feel like I'm just gonna break down and cry over fucking tiling my kitchen. That is ridiculous. I am damn near 50 years old and I'm having a fucking breakdown over tiling my kitchen because I cannot figure out, although I know exactly what I need to do, I cannot figure out how to cut a curved tile around the windowsill that's behind my faucet. I know. It sounds ridiculous, but that's what's happening to me right now. I can't help it. But it's almost like the more I try to talk myself out of it, the more I fight with myself and I just want to curl up under the covers on the couch and turn on Animal Crossing. And I'm going through that thing where it's like, you deserve to enjoy your last day off and do nothing. And then there's the other side of me that will feel completely guilty if I waste my entire last day off and don't do anything at all. And to compound that even more, I have to teach tonight. I don't have any content to teach. So I have to go to the pole studio early so that I can work out what I'm teaching for 2 classes tonight. So I have that like weighing on me as well. It's like, I can only do so much. So now, instead of tiling my kitchen, I'm just sitting around like yesterday, burning daylight and I need to get stuff done because when else am I going to do it? Again, I don't want to use the word overwhelmed because I don't know if I feel overwhelmed. I think I more so just feel defeated, really, and I don't like that feeling. I am the one that's like, you can do it. We can do anything. Just put your mind to it. It's easy. You'll be able to figure it out. If there's a hurdle, we'll get over it. But for some reason, in this particular moment, in this particular task that I'm trying to complete, I am feeling buried and I feel like I just want to cry. And then I'm like, you're literally crying over tile. Stop it. Stop thinking like this. Just get your ass up and fucking finish the tile. Like, how hard could it be? I'm going crazy. I am making myself crazy. I'm a crazy person and I'm staring at it. Really, too, and let's break this down. I don't have much left. 5 pieces I need to cut there, 2 or 3 pieces to cut there. I've got, I don't know, like 11 or 12 down that wall. I do have to cut around the windowsill. And I know what I need to do to cut around the windowsill. I know exactly. I have the tools. I actually don't have that many more tiles to cut and lay. I don't, really. I could knock it out like now. And then all I have to do is grout and then it'll be done. You know, it's like, do you ever feel like this? Once one thing goes wrong, then you just feel like everything is going wrong. That's how I felt yesterday. Not starting at 10 o'clock, not having the proper tools, running back and forth, spending 5 hours to not even get new poles up. I'm already in a negative mindset. So I feel like when I start doing this kitchen, the slightest little thing that goes wrong is going to make me want to shoot myself in the head or cry. I think that's a lot of the reason why I don't want to start it. So again, while I don't get personal on this channel at all, I have breakdowns. I have stupid breakdowns. I mean, this is really stupid. But in my mind, it's not stupid. It is not stupid. But hearing me talk about it, it's fucking stupid, man. Why am I getting so worked up? And why am I making myself so, why am I doing that? Why do we do that to ourselves? Why do we not just let it go? Like, you know, I'm always saying we can do it. We're amazing. We're this, we're that. And we are all of those things. But along with all of those things, we're human fucking beings and we have bad days. So I guess the point of me showing you, I'm going through it right now. Saying this out loud, it's almost like a practice what I preach sort of a situation. If you or any one of my friends came to me and said, I'm having a breakdown over whatever it is, I'm here to say, I know at some point in your life, maybe multiple times in your life, because believe me, I've had some breakdowns, and they always, I'm gonna say, my breakdowns usually happen because of DIYs. I'm not gonna lie, I really feel like they do. And while I do feel like I show you guys that this didn't actually work, I had to do this and I just made this work, or it's fine, it'll be fine. Sometimes enough things didn't go right to where I have a breakdown. Whatever it is that is happening to you or happened to you and you have a breakdown or you're feeling overwhelmed, you like, again, go on. Take the time to live in the breakdown. I'm being honest. Like, take the time to just throw your hands up in the air and say, I am not doing this today. I will do it another day. I may never get back to it. But take the time to live in your breakdown. Acknowledge the fact that sometimes shit just doesn't go as planned. And while, you know, you've set a schedule for yourself and you need to get this done by this time and you need to get this done by this time, because if you don't get this done, then this thing's gonna get pushed behind. And I think that's what I'm thinking too. Like, I needed to get this done because I have to do this and I have to do this, and now that I didn't get this done, now this is behind and now I won't be able to do this. And I think that's what's happening too. But I know that now that I've sat for a while, I still want to cry. I still don't want to do the tile. But I think that now that I've let myself have that breakdown of a moment, I can take a deep breath and stand back and say, you can do this. It's not the end of the world. Everything will work out. Because in the end, everything actually does work out. breakdown or no breakdown, everything does work out. But I think when we're in the breakdown, we don't remember that everything's gonna work out and be fine. And the other thing is nobody understands. I know you feel like that. Like, nobody gets it. Nobody gets what you're going through when you're going through it, and it doesn't seem that big of a deal to anyone that you try to explain it to. And I think that's why a lot of times I don't voice my breakdowns. I just know no one's gonna get it. And I also know that anything anybody says to me, like, it'll be okay, don't worry, that doesn't help me. So I tend to just keep it inside. I am a firm believer of keep it inside and smush it down. I am. But I know that's not really good. Sometimes you do need to talk it out. Even though I know that what people say, the condolences, if you will, half the time they just make me more pissed because it's like, you don't get it. You don't get it. Anyways, I just think as amazing as we are, we can have breakdowns. We can want to just throw fucking everything through a window, lay down and want to die. And it's okay. I am starting to realize more and more that it's fine. So what if you don't get this project done? Or so what if it pushes your schedule behind? It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, we like to get everything done when we had it planned to get done. Sometimes that just doesn't work out and it'll be okay. But we need to allow ourselves the time to step away, take a deep breath, kind of remember that really, when I look at what I have done and when I look at everything I've done actually in my whole life, I am pretty fucking amazing. I am. Like, really, I'm looking at this kitchen going, wow, this is really, really looking good. I couldn't see that yesterday. I was going through the gigs, man. You guys will see if I ever fucking finish it and put up the second part to the To Be Continued DIY Wednesday video. It's really looking really good. And I did that. It's hard to remember how amazing you are and how much you've accomplished. You know, it really is. For me, at least, when I'm going through this, I feel like everything I've ever done in my life is shit. I can't do anything. That's what I feel like. First, allow yourself to feel that way. Everything you touch turns to shit. Give yourself that. Don't rest in that for too long, just about a day. And then try to wake up in the morning and look around and go, actually, you know what? I'm not shitty. Let's take a look at all of the non-shitty things I have done. Whether it's a DIY project, whether it's your work life, how you've raised your kids, or whatever it is, you're amazing. Give yourself some time to live in the funk. We all need a period of time to feel sorry for ourselves. We just do. You know, we're go in our lives and we're get this done and do this and this and this. It's okay to sit for a minute and feel sorry for yourself. That's what I did yesterday. I was really feeling sorry for myself. I'm still feeling sorry for myself right now. But as I'm talking through it, I'm kind of getting a little bit over that. Now I'm looking around with fresh eyes and thinking, Jesus Christ, Sheri, you are unbelievable. Whatever you set your mind to doing, you do it and you figure it out. And I didn't go to a trade school to tile my kitchen. I just figured it out and it's looking so good. Then, you know, I want to wallpaper and I want to do this and it's going to be so nice. And I'm going to walk into this kitchen and I'm going to be like, you did all of this and it's going to be so. Point of the story is we're amazing. Do we have some bad days? Yeah. Nobody's life is that perfect every day. If you're scrolling through people's Facebooks and they all look so happy and their children look amazing and well behaved, nobody posts the fucking shit. Nobody wants the outside world to see that their life is a fucking shambles and their kids are actually goddamn shit shows and are running around like crazy and shit's everywhere, and no one posts that. They're not showing you the shit. Don't fall into that trap where every other person is so amazing and great. Meanwhile, your life is a shambles and you just want to curl up in a ball and cry, because I guarantee everybody else out there at some point in time, their life is shambles and they have curled up in a ball and cried. So that's where I'm at. I know, Joe. I guess what I wanted to accomplish with this video is it kind of goes back to the comments that you guys leave me, especially especially on the DIY videos. The I could never do that, I'm not that. Oh, I think Joe wants some food. Hold on. Oh, he just opened that barn door himself. Yay! He's like, I want some food, lady. You got the barn door closed. He just pushed it right open. Good job, Joe. The comments that I get in the DIY videos especially is the I can't do that. I'm not as creative as you are. You're so great. You can do anything. There are points where I can't. There are points where I feel just like you in those comments that you write me. Yesterday and today is one of those days. I don't feel like I can do anything. I feel like, why the fuck did I start this? I don't know what I'm fucking doing. And while I don't like to get personal on the channel, I felt it was important to show you that I'm not that amazing. There are things that I need to work through, or there are hurdles that I feel like I cannot get over at times. I think it's important that we all realize that what may seem like a small hurdle to others is a ginormous hurdle to us. If we just, I guess it is, cut ourselves a fucking break. That's the point. Cut yourself a fucking break. I need to cut myself a fucking break, man, and just know that what we do and what we are doing or what we are going through, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get over it. And the reason we're gonna get over it is because we are so amazing. That's really the fact of the matter. We can do anything. I know sometimes when we're going through like what I'm going through right now, it feels like we can't do anything. But in reality, if we look back and just look around, we can do anything. It's just, there's just some times where we feel like we can't. And it's okay to feel that way, even though we feel like it's not okay to feel that way, because my nature is like, why are you fucking bitching and moaning? Why are you wasting all of this time feeling sorry for yourself? Just get up and do it. But I think that we do need to have that moment where we let ourselves feel sorry for ourselves for a little minute and then get back on it. Get back to our amazing selves where we can accomplish anything. Joe's going poo. So, in the end, this is real life. I am going through it right now, and I'm going through it for something as stupid as not being able to cut a tile the first time I tried. Fridays used to be video game Fridays, and then I decided, let's make it real life Fridays, and I always say, it's a grab bag. You never know what you're gonna get. This is, right now, for me, I mean, every real life Friday video is my real life, but this is like real life. This is something that I probably would have never sat down and shared with anybody because I come across as so confident and I never have a breakdown. I never want to sit and cry. That's not Sheri. She's always perfect and she's always great. But no, that's not true. I am a human being and sometimes I have breakdowns. I hope that me showing you this real personal side of what is going on with me helps you realize that you're not alone. If you have a breakdown over something as insignificant as tile, that's okay. That's your breakdown. And everybody gets overwhelmed or frustrated, feels like they can't go on. Everybody feels that way at some point. And I think that our amazingness is our ability to be able to sit in that moment for a little bit, but then be able to say, nope, that was that. We're okay. It's going to be okay. Let's get what we need to get done and it's going to be wonderful. That's what makes us so great, is that we can be feeling sorry for ourselves one day and then the next day be feeling like there's nothing we can't do. I just want you guys to remember that you're great. And even though there are times when you're not feeling so great, you really are great. I mean, take a look around. And just because you have a minor setback and just because you want to feel sorry for yourself doesn't mean that you're any less than. I don't know if there is an end point to this video. I just wanted to show you I'm not some perfect robot. Everything I touch doesn't turn to gold. Sometimes everything I touch turns to shit. I think it's our ability to turn that around, move on, and get past it. I think That's what makes us who we are, and that's why we're so great. And really, not to sound conceited, but that's why I'm so great. I know I can do anything. I know you can do anything. I've said it a million times. And you know, I was watching a Laura Lee video. I like Laura Lee. And she said something like, if you say you can't do something, then yeah, you can't do it. If you say like, I can't tile, 100% you can't tile. It's when you say like, you know, I've never tiled before, but I probably could figure it out. That's when you can tile. I never, ever in my life said I can't do something. There have been times where I'm like, I've never done that before. I don't know how well it's gonna go off, but I'll give it a try. What could go wrong? I mean, a lot. A lot could go wrong, actually, really. But I'm smart. I can figure it out. I'll make it work. It's not the big of a deal. Just know that you can. You can, I can. We all can. While I am feeling sorry for myself, I am gonna get up and I am gonna finish this goddamn tile job if it's the last thing I do. I'm gonna put on some music, I'm gonna sit in this kitchen all by myself, and I am gonna cut some tile and I am gonna get it done. And then guess what? When it's done and I stand back and look at it, I am gonna be so elated and so happy with myself that I am gonna forget that I ever had a breakdown to begin with. So I'm not making this video as like a woe is me, feel sorry for me. And I'm not looking for any like, it'll be okay, Sheri, you're the greatest in the comments. That is not what this video is about. Typically, I don't like to burden people with my problems. Like everybody has so many things going on in their own lives. Why would I want to burden someone that's probably going through some even worse shit than me with my own, like, what could be deemed as insignificant problem? That's not what this is about. We all go through stuff, and maybe while we might not like talking about it, or we may feel like we don't want to burden other people with our problems, even if you just talk out loud to yourself, it is kind of good to just talk it out. Talking it out and hearing yourself kind of almost makes you feel like it really isn't that big of a deal. Snap the fuck out of it. In creating this Real Life Friday video, talking about why I'm so overwhelmed is helping me feel a little less overwhelmed or a little less beat down, a little less defeated. So I guess the actual true point is maybe holding it inside and shoving it down isn't the best way to go. Talk it out. Hear yourself, run through why you're feeling this way. I think that goes a long way in helping you get over what you're feeling. I mean, because you can work stuff out in your mind, which is what I've been doing. I've been like in my mind, but verbalizing it and letting me actually hear my voice, verbalize what's happening, goes a long way in helping me feel it's not that big of a deal. You can get through it. Verbalize it, whether it's to a friend, a significant other, your cat, or the air. Yeah, I think that's the point of this Real Life Friday video. So I don't necessarily know that my normal outro is that appropriate in this kind of downer of a video. And I don't want to say like, if you enjoyed this video of me just like having a breakdown, because I don't think that's something to be celebrated, but maybe it is. Maybe if you found something in this video that resonates with you, or maybe you're going through an overwhelming feeling right now. It is the beginning of a new year. That in itself can be overwhelming. I guess, yeah, if you liked this video, if you liked, I don't want to say, because this is not going to be made a habit. I'm not making a habit of trying to get on the YouTubes and like cry my way through a video. That is not how I roll. But there may be times where I do make a video feeling overwhelmed, because the more we talk about it and the more we kind of share those stories, share how we got through it, whatever it is, that's helpful. I love the This Is Real Life community that we have created. And I think that it is good that we talk about things like this and share our stories of, I was feeling like this one day because of XYZ, but then the next day I did ABC to get out of that funk. That's beneficial. And I think this is another one of those times that we can share our stories and be there for each other and help each other through whatever it is. So yeah, I guess if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please be sure that you do subscribe. Make sure you ring that notification bell so that you are alerted to all of the Real Life Friday videos I push out, because there could be some gems just like this one that you'll miss out on if you don't ring that notification bell. Maybe share this video with your family and friends, especially those ones that you know might be going through it right now. Maybe this video can be helpful to them. I don't know. It's kind of like misery loves company. Seeing someone else like go through some shit kind of makes us feel a little bit better about ourselves. Like, my life isn't so bad. Look at her. So yeah, share this video with your family and friends. And as always, thanks for hanging out.